Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sport on Global Television. I am Samuel Odi. Many thanks for joining on today's edition of the program. Yes, you can see the excitement on my face because lots of actions happened over the weekend and champions were crowned and some persons were dropped off from the Club World Cup and of course a couple of teams also advanced to the round of 16 ahead of the Club World Cup scheduled to still continue and finals around the corner. So looking at it from those angles now, NBA players, finally Game 7 was played between Indiana Pacers and OKC Thunders, and OKC Thunders had the night. They emerged champions after a very long time. So we'll be having those conversations, and then National Sport Festival in Enugu State. So we'll be having those conversations and more. Later a bit will bring you highlights of the games and trophy handover that was done by the NBA president, and also ahead of the Federation Cup final that will be coming up this weekend. Kwara United and Abakaliki FC will be trading tacos on Saturday 28th of July. On that note, both teams have called on fans to actually travel down to Lagos and come and share them. So we'll be having those conversations and more. So we'll go on a quick break, and after the break we'll get right in the talks of today. Stay with us. Yes, now we are about to get right into the conversation, and if you're just joining, you will know late, you're right on time. As we begin, Enugu Braves to dethrone Delta as the national sports champions. The chairman of the local organizing committee of the 23rd National Sports Festival tagged Coal City Games 2026, and Enugu State Commissioner of Youth and Sports, Aloy Ikweremadu, had asserted that Enugu State will be aiming to win the multi-sport event built to hold in the state in the month of September, are being rolled in place as they have begun the revamping of the stadium, yes, of the Enugu State Stadium and other locations that they will be using for this festival. So they have a whole year ahead to actually make all of these plans available. And now Peter Mba, who is the current governor of Enugu State, has taken initiative to start racing and getting things ready for this competition. So moving on, 12 Nigerian fencers for Africans Championship. The Nigerian Fencing Federation has announced a 12-member squad for the 23rd African Fencing Championship, scheduled to take place at Charterhouse, Lagos, from June the 25th to 29th, 2025, which is set to begin on Wednesday this week. Leading the Nigerian team is US-based Ikosi Bruno.
Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
Yes, many thanks for staying with us. Exciting things happening behind the scene here as some fans of OKC are jubilating and happy that their team won the championship after like 20 decades of not going into the NBA finals. After having the likes of Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, and the likes of James Harden playing this at the same time on that squad, but still the momentum in the crucial period of the year. Paris 2024 Olympic gold medalist Jerome Barkley won the race in the time of 9.97 seconds, which is his lifetime best, and he has become only the 6th Canadian in history to go sub 10 over men's 100 meters event, while South African Stesbo Mastoko came second in the time of 10.03 seconds, which was a new personal best for him. Now we're seeing Nigerian athletes setting records and breaking them in grand style and in world stages. Now, looking at Favour in the All African Games, if you remember in 2024, he was very amazing, and then he swept gold medal. He took all gold medals in the 100 meters competition and also in the 100 meters hurdle where he ran. Now we are seeing him getting himself ready and putting his body in shape ahead of the coming competitions that will be happening in Tokyo, Japan, which is the biggest that will be happening this year. So we'll see how well. There's another concerning thing going on in the world of athletics where we've seen Favour Ofili try to switch alliance to the Turkish side. And now this is what the Athletic Federation of Nigeria had to say. We won't stop Ofili from switching nationality. President of the Athletic Federation of Nigeria, Tokunbo Okowa, says the federation won't stop women's 150 meters world record holder Favour Ofili from switching her nationality to Turkey, despite being greeted by the shock in the media. Okowa said he was shocked by the report. Alleged alliance switch of the 22-year-old as the federation awaits correspondence from the world athletes. Ofili was said to have switched her alliance to the European country just 3 months before the 2025 World Athletic Championship in Tokyo. The 22-year-old switch was first announced by Jamaican-based journalist Kayon Rano, who reported that the 22-year-old Ofili has advised the athletic integrity unit of her frustration with Nigerian. Let's look at Favour for one. Now she said she is tired of, she's not just aligning well with the plans of the Athletic Federation of Nigeria. There's a lot that is going on. At the end of the day, these athletes do come out time and over again to complain about the fact that bonuses, salaries, and arrears haven't been paid to them after a lot of games being played. A couple of weeks ago, John Mikel Obi, the former Super Eagles and Chelsea player, came out to say the money he used in sponsoring the paying for the flight of the Super Eagles as at years ago hadn't been reimbursed to him. These athletes have come out to talk about the fact that they don't get paid their bonuses, and if they get injured, they don't get treated properly. Now, would I blame Favour for wanting to switch alliance when she's having a deal of $500,000 on the table?
Do you know that Global Television can be watched in Nigeria and all over the world?
Download the Global TV Nigerian mobile app for Android and iOS devices to watch Global Television real-time from around the world. What are you waiting for?
Start downloading and stay connected to Global Television.
It's going to be a final between the Rice Boys and the Kwara United guys. Kwara United captain Musa has solicited for the fans' support ahead of the President Federation Cup final match against Abakaliki FC. Musa expressed the team's determination to win the trophy. Kwara United will square up against Abakaliki FC at the Moshood Johnson Arena, Onikan, Lagos. The match is billed for Saturday, 28 June 2025 in Lagos. The winner of the competition will play in the CAF Confederation Cup next season. This is actually going to be very big for the two teams based on their current standings in the MPFL as they finish the 2024-2025 season. Mostly Kwara United. Kwara United didn't finish up in the top 10, and then advancing to CAF is actually going to be a very big plus for them based on the fact that, you know, the Rice Boys are currently playing in the NNL, and then they were able to build momentum to play very well and then also win most of their crucial games against teams like Enugu Rangers and co to advance on to the finals of the President Federation Cup. Now it's going to be very, very big for them because automatically getting to the finals now, they have qualified and advanced into the Nigerian Professional Football League. That is, you know, one list ticked already, you know, from their 1 point ticked from their bucket list. So looking at those angles now, advancing without much experience in the CAF now, it's actually going to be something very, very big for them to do. But still, challenges is what the Rice Boys are expecting to see. And then going ahead, a team like Kwara United, who has actually won this trophy before now, I think it's going to be very huge for them if they get to win. So come this weekend, the two teams are calling on the fans from home and away to just come to Lagos and celebrate not just preparation. Yes, the Super Falcons of Nigeria are set to battle against Portugal in the pre-2024 Women's African Cup of All Nations friendly. 10 players are backroom staff, 10 players and backroom staff, I beg your pardon, arrived in Lisbon for the encounter which would happen. And then from Atletico Madrid forward, Babajide joined the contingents on the arrival in Lisbon. 30 more players are expected to link up with the team in Portugal, and also tonight's encounter will hold in the precinct of Lisbon. It will the kickoff time for the match is 7 p.m. Nigerian time, same as Portugal. The Super Falcons will face Ghana in another friendly match on a Friday before the following week. Now the first game of Nigeria will be played on the 5th of July. So we'll be seeing how all of this will pan out. Now they are getting themselves ready ahead of the competition. The Super Falcons are looking to win their 10th consecutive trophy as they are current time 9-time champions, and the entire squad are there, and a couple of more players still will be joining in camp. So let's see how all of this pans out, and we are rooting for the Super Falcons to do Nigeria proud. So moving on, Euro under 21 semi-final features confirmed. The semi-final features of the ongoing European Under-21 Championship in Slovakia has been confirmed. This follows